In today's video, we check out this cold shoe accessory mount from Toazoe. One thing I've realised over the past couple of months is that whilst we spend a huge amount of time thinking about the expensive accessories we want to buy to enhance our camera rigs, we very rarely spend any time thinking about the tools we're going to use to attach those accessories to our cameras. Come on, let's be honest. Have you ever really spent any time thinking about whether or not the cold shoe mount you use to, say, attach your monitor or a light to your camera is really the best it could be? Well, a few weeks ago, the kind people at Toazoe reached out to me to ask me if I'd be interested in taking a look at their professional grade cold shoe mount. And of course, I said yes. So let's go check it out. So here is the little cold shoe accessory mount from Toazoe. The first thing I've got to say about it is that it's beautifully built. It's got a reassuring weight about it, which makes me think it's made of really high quality materials and it's built to last. It really is just a beautiful little thing. Taking a look both at the top and the bottom, you can see that there are thumb screws, one which enables you to tighten and loosen the 1/4 inch screw thread, and another which enables you to perform the same function for the cold shoe mount. And these are a brilliant addition to this little mount, because it means you can actually attach accessories and the whole rig to your camera by hand. If you wish to tighten even further, then you can use these holes on the side of the thumb screw mount to actually insert the supplied Allen or hex key. When mounted on your camera, the metal key on the side enables you to tilt the accessory which is attached to the mount forwards and backwards. And this is super useful. If you have something like a monitor attached to the mount, then you can use this to actually tilt it forwards and backwards to make sure you can see it properly from your vantage point. Or if you have something like a light attached via this mount, then you can use that to direct the light exactly where you want. But this little cold shoe mount also has a hidden trick. If you slide the top part all the way back, it uncovers a hex key slot. When that is loosened, you can actually rotate the entire mount. Now let's stop and think about this for a minute. This is actually an amazing addition to a little mount like this. What it really means is I don't only have control over my accessory from a forward and backwards angle perspective, but I can also rotate it to any position that I want. So for instance, if I have a monitor attached via this mount, I can actually angle it to anywhere I want. If I'm not sitting directly in front of the camera when recording, I can just turn the monitor and get a great view of what's being recorded from wherever I am. Or say I had a light mounted and I didn't want it to point directly at the subject, I actually wanted to bounce the light off the wall to create a nice softer image, well then I can with this. I can literally point the light wherever I want. And finally, another great feature of this little mount is the fact that the part that makes contact with your accessory is actually rubberized, meaning it's going to create a really strong grip against it. You can be sure that your accessory is safe when mounted using this little tool. So this cold shoe mount is clearly well built and provides a huge amount of flexibility in its use. But why would you buy it? So let's think about the use cases for this tool. It can be used to attach anything with a 1/4 inch screw thread to your camera. So it could be used with a monitor, lights, a microphone, or even to attach something like a GoPro or your phone itself to your camera rig. This mount is rated to be able to hold anything up to 1 kilo or 2.2 pounds, and therefore the uses for it are pretty extensive. However, why would you splash out the cash on this? At the end of the day, it's not particularly cheap. It will cost you around $25. Well, I can think of a number of reasons. Firstly, not all accessories get supplied with a cold shoe mount. For instance, lights and microphones often don't come with this kind of attachment. So this little Toazoe mount actually provides you with a really high quality solution for attaching that kind of accessory to your camera rig. However, even if your accessories did come with a cold shoe mount, it's highly likely that this mount will be a significant upgrade to them. As an example, I always have my film monitor mounted to my camera when I'm making these videos. It was actually the subject of a video on my channel previously. Go and check it out, link above if you're interested. Now, it wasn't the most expensive monitor in the world, and it did actually get supplied with a cold shoe mount. However, it was of really poor quality. It was made of very cheap plastic, and whilst it did actually offer some flexibility with regard to how it could be angled, it provided nowhere near the versatility that this Toazoe mount can provide. And I guess this is the point. If you've invested in a good camera and decent accessories to use alongside it, then you shouldn't let the quality of the items you use to actually mount those accessories to your camera rig to compromise your content. I recently had a situation where I was using my camera rig outdoors, and I didn't realise until I got back home the actual footage I'd taken was completely unusable. And that was because there was a slight movement in the camera shots at all times, and I couldn't initially figure out where it came from. At first I thought maybe my tripod was unstable, but having investigated that, it was absolutely fine. What it actually turned out to be was the fact that there was a very slight breeze on the day, which was causing my field monitor to wobble on top of my camera and actually make the entire rig shake slightly. Now, I'm pretty certain if I had had a much better quality connector holding the monitor onto the camera, such as this little Toazoe one, that I wouldn't have had that issue. It was actually the flex in the cheap plastic version that I was using that caused the problem. So clearly a better quality mounting system enabling me to attach my monitor to my camera would have helped me out massively in that situation. One final reason I really enjoy using this little mount is exactly that. It's small and it's portable, and I can carry it with me at all times. I can just throw it in the bag and it takes up no space and virtually weighs nothing. Recently, whilst abroad, I decided I wanted to create a video for this channel, and I had a very small rig with me. And luckily I'd included this little mount because it enabled me to attach a light to my camera and get some decent quality content. If I hadn't had it with me, that wouldn't have been possible. So it was great that I had it there so I could extend my rig where I needed to. And so to summarise, in my view, this little cold shoe mount from Toazoe is a must-have for anybody who likes to mount multiple different types of accessories to their camera. It's made amazingly, and it clearly creates a huge amount of flexibility with regards to how you can angle accessories that you want to attach to your camera. In many situations, it will provide a significant upgrade to the actual mounts that you receive with the accessories you buy from your camera, and it is solid. You can be sure that any accessories you mount with this are safe. At just under $25, I think this is amazing value for money. But in my mind, it makes no sense to spend a huge amount of money on accessories for your camera, but then cheap out when it comes to the things you use to attach those accessories to your rig. I've included an Amazon link in the description box below if you want to check this little cold shoe mount out anymore. And anyway, that's it for today's video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you've got any questions, comments or feedback, well then please leave them in the comment section below. And until next time, have a great day.